I was supposed to go to search and finally find that lost medieval village, or maybe more proper to say small town back then. But I had a lot of batteries to charge this morning and it lasted for hours. So by the time everything charged, I don't think I would be enjoying it, because I would be rushing to finish everything and for dark not to fall before I'm done. So I decided to reroute and do something else. This field was something, I don't remember, I'm not sure, not wheat, I don't think it was wheat, maybe. But now it's whatever it is. I'm not too knowledgeable in farming, as you maybe might have noticed by now if you watched something previously, but I know few things. One thing that is for sure is it's a busy time of the year, really. People working, harvesting. There is a lot of harvest going on in the autumn. So I've seen some huge pumpkins in the fields. Some other stuff as well. Halloween is getting really close. October is getting really close. It actually starts tomorrow. Oh, look at it. A random leaf telling us fall is starting. It looks like it's been left there on purpose. Maybe I was supposed to bring it home for some weird reason. I don't expect any mushrooms, but you know how it is with mushrooms. Whenever I say it, I actually do find some. But most of the time, some dried old ones. Choose this route because it is less likely I will meet people. And I had enough of them during the working week. Everything is dry, so barefoot shoes are on. I was thinking, should I get some better equipment for mud and wet terrain? But you know, as you can see in here, it's not really too wet. It's many things, but it's not wet. Some clouds are on the horizon, but nothing too serious. Nothing that is going to bring up any refreshment. This is actually part of the year where I expect a lot of storms to start. Thunderstorms. But somehow it is not happening, and it is making me a bit sad. Anyway, let's go and see which plants are we going to encounter. I have my basket with me. It does not have to be basket for mushrooms. It can be basket for other things. For some leafy greens, some edible plants, whatever we find. As long as it's not going to kill me and is edible, I can try it. You know, when you see this Visually you would think it's some kind of mud and you would expect it to be not pleasant to walk in, but hear this out. Everything as dry as the desert. I'm thinking of going deeper into the forest and not just sticking to the path and peeking into the forest. The wetness is sort of more saved, let's say it like that, inside the forests. Unlike these terrains on the open where everything dries in a second. Summer is over, but this sun is not too much different from the proper summer sun. It's really hot. A bit less with the wind, which is good. So the task is to venture inside the forest. Maybe I should have brought other shoes and my leg protectors, but I am not going to look like fully equipped Greek hoplite today, it seems, as I did not bring any of those stuff. The shade. And ladybird. Seen her from quite a distance. Hey, I'm Hilford lady. You are bird lady. Sounds like some noble title or something. Make the room for nobility. Can't quite explain this. I think the smell is more intense now because I'm getting closer to the forest. It's definitely coming from the trees. Pleasant one. Very pleasant. So I am looking for a way inside, like a hacker. I'm doing some port scanning. Nothing. These hedges, they are like walls that protect the forest. All this first line of shrubs that is visible. It's very hard to go inside when these thorny things are your knee height or even above your knee, your hip height, and everything is curly. You can trip easily. On top of that, it hurts because, yeah, the spikes. So that is the most challenging part in these kinds of forests. Not all of them are like this, but this one apparently is. These are firewalls. A lot of asparagus, of course, way out of season this time of the year. You can already notice the colors. Here, open port. What is more annoying? Mosquitoes or these quads or motorcycles? I don't know what it is, I don't see it. Sometimes I feel I get a glimpse of how wild animals must feel, because no matter how far I go, there's always noise and humans going around me, following me. It will be funny if I meet some hunters now when I'm saying this. This is definitely a path, but I don't know who uses it. Maybe somebody who forgot to put some mosquito repellent again. Now humans are coming from the skies as well, yeah. You know, this is a proper forest, it seems. I hope there are not any proper traps. Look at this. Huh. Who would have guessed? Well, whatever you're driving, you can't come here. At least that. All I know about that it is a mushroom, and that's about it. How far my knowledge goes, I'm not sure what it is. It's too young actually. So cute. knows what else there is going on below this grass. It's just that I'm talking a bit on and off because my senses are heightened and I'm constantly on the caution side to hear something or someone. Oh. Oh. Let go of me. You know, I stopped just for a brief moment and immediately I saw that tiny mushroom maybe. I need to stop now for some more time. So in the meantime, as I was getting ready to sit on that very convenient rock, I scared a praying mantis. It looks beautiful when it flies. For a moment I even wondered what it is. Focus and try to see it. I need to be careful not destroy these spiders' nets. This one, that one. It's beautiful when it flies. Very scary creatures. When you look into their eyes, you can see their eyeballs, like tiny black dots inside them, and they actually move their head tilted. They tilt their necks as you are moving around them and they are watching you. It looks amazing and scary. A few days ago I seen one on the parking lot near my workplace, and it was just there on the ground with its, front legs just prepared for a fight, like for boxing or something. And it was moving like in this, idle animated way as it was pixelated boxer character in a video game, and it was looking up on us and just like waving. I mean, I'm the only one that noticed. Others talked about something, but that was amazing. I just let it be. I was glad that we didn't stand on it. It survived. And I present to you my basket that is going to remain empty. But what a convenient way. What a convenient place to sit and drink something, think about life. You know, for a person that apparently thinks about life so much, you'd think that by this time I would already be next Aristotle or Socrates or Marcus Aurelius or, well, pretty much anybody in philosophy and thought. But I'm not. I'm just a corporate worker. That's somehow a bit by my own demands and requirements, and a bit by circumstance, very, very alone. And I have time to do things and explore something that interests me. I'm very sorry that I don't have a zoom right now because this forest is filled with some kind of butterflies. They are flying around the trees. All the time. I think they are all of the same kind. Who knows what is going on there? Of course it is mating dance, I know that, but let's pretend there is something deeper. And cheers. Not alcohol, but cheers. Ah, mosquito. I think something fell from the trees there. It's not an animal. There is a lot of deer here in these areas, so I would not be too surprised to meet them. What I would not like to meet is wild boars. But as everything is crazy these days, wild boars are actually going in the cities to search for food and leaving the forests alone. The butterflies. It seems that praying mantis is everything I'm going to meet today. Trying to look into the ground to see any mushrooms. I see none. But I think I'm going to hang around a bit and just scout some more, and then turn the camera on in case I do find something. Or something finds me. I think that cricket wants to go with me. I think it is a cricket. Some kind of grasshopper. Huh. I don't think you would be very pleased with our human life. We are not pleased with it. You would be very bored in my apartment. Even though whenever I open my doors, some crickets and grasshoppers find their way in. Yeah, I think I managed to discourage him. Or is he still thinking? Well, he's certainly washing his face for a longer time than I do before work. Nothing. Except the sun that suddenly started hitting right here on the stone where I'm sitting. I've been looking at these tracks and noticed something. Looks to me like it could be a horseshoe. or some other shoe, not certainly human shoe. This is interesting. Some going to that direction, others going there. It seems like somebody keeps horses or some cattle and walks through this area. Wouldn't be too unusual for a rural place like this. But I'm trying to think of the time when was the last time I've seen a horseshoe print. And to be entirely honest, I think it was almost never or never. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting day. Look at this. Feeding spot with a lot of corn inside. Maybe I might get some corn for myself to roast later when I get home. Raven, Raven, I see you. He was watching me and flew away behind those trees. My raven friends are nearby. Also jays, they're cousins. And there was a falcon over my apartment building today. So interesting. Mostly I see those in the forests. I'm looking on the ground and around me, but I don't think I will find anything worthy. My brain has been set to search for mushrooms. I didn't even process other things I'm seeing. So maybe I might have missed something. Of course, wild carrots are here. But I don't see anything else. I mean, I see a lot of things, but nothing worthy of picking. It's maybe eating. I already gave up and then disappeared. Something already nibbled on it. Well, from the sliminess and shininess of the cap, I would say this is something I meet most frequently. And that would be Suillus mushroom. So Suillus family, related to boletes. Somewhere down the line. But I'll bring it with me to check it out and to confirm which Suillus it is, if it is indeed one. It's been dry weather these few days, and I am sure, almost sure, that if it was raining or was wetter today, this would be way too slimy. You can even hear it. It's like some kind of glue. It's even sticky a bit. That's added on top in very, very, very small layer. Smell is very nice. It's a bit milky from inside the cap. I will leave this other one. I feel sorry to take his friend away. But yeah, what is happening? Suddenly, there is a bunch of mushrooms appearing. Well, not really a bunch. You can see tiny drops below the cap. Still very young specimen, whatever it is. Possibly another Suillus, maybe even the same one, just a very young one. I wouldn't entirely cross off that possibility, but we will see. Or not. Very, very nice mushroomy smell. Nothing weird in the smell itself. Most likely it is edible, judging by everything I see so far. Of course, not going to rely on the most likely, only on 100% things. Since I'm already here in the apparently interesting spot. See, this is the area where I passed through. And first time I did not see anything, but now I do. See, this is second time now. The same. See how sticky. You can notice the cap covered with grass. This is so typical of Suillus or Suillus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I will write it down. Taking it off. I will leave the tiny ones together. So see, you'll have friend. You will not be alone. Where is the other one? Oh, somewhere. I don't even see it anymore. Nice, beautiful smell, really. Very, very nice. And they are fresh, so no worms at all. Beautiful looking. Too bad they are Suillus, not boletes. Well, most likely. Most of the time, those are the ones I find. Oh, really? So this is one maybe of the tips you can have when you are somewhere and you think there is nothing. You just start circling around like some medium area, and then you will start noticing things that you missed. Do you wonder how many other things we missed in life that are in front of our noses? Yeah. A bit smaller stalk, a bit puffy on the underside. This could be Xerocomus or Xerocomelus family. Or again, maybe Suillus. I'm not sure. Bringing it up. You know, these are, if they are what I think they could be, they are very good for drying. So apparently they are eaten a lot in Eastern Europe, but in other parts of the Europe or the world, they are not considered too fancy. Let's say it like that. and people avoid them, don't even bother picking them up. And it's true that they do have, if I would fry them now immediately or something similar, the taste really would not be that nice. But it's how to say it, it's very bland. And if you want to enjoy it, it is always advised that you mix it with other, some more intense mushrooms. Now, I dried some before, and I can tell you, just the smell of the dried ones is very much more intense than the fresh ones are. And I believe the dried ones, when added to soups or some other things you're making, make a better ingredient. I noticed you from far back, and this is not Suillus. I think it's not. I think we maybe found something much better. Let's see the other side. Huh, it has gills. And over there is one hidden Russula. Now you do remember what I said about Russulas? My dream is to find one without the worms, and I will see if this is my dream coming true. And a very nice butterfly just landed there. Okay, things started happening apparently. Let's see. Having gills. I need to wash my hands. You know, just to be sure. And a tiny one below it. I will leave it be. I'm not sure what it is. It's very beautiful. And oh, wow, another Russula. A bit gone off. Let me wash the hands and I will continue. So let's see what this one might offer us. They are very easily snapped. Huh. I already feel the stem is so hollow, I won't even bother. I think there are a lot of worms there. But yeah, that's a nice looking Russula. And whatever this is, it looks like an egg from this distance, doesn't it? Like maybe Christmas egg. Oh, Easter egg. Christmas egg. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is what I was supposed to do, just stay in one area and start circling around talking to myself. Okay. So yeah, what do you think? How many things do we miss? The same way as I missed these mushrooms. Now I'm sure if I go back through the very same path, I will also find something that I missed previous 2 times. Imagine that. We'll go a bit further and see if I can catch something. So another Russula appeared. Maybe this was also what was growing down there. So this is either a Russula or some kind of milk cap. I think I will need a help from my knife here. So milk caps and Russulas are from the related family. Okay, looks nice, at least from this side. A bit less crispy than I usually find them to be. I don't think I will be taking it because you don't maybe see it, but I feel it is very damp. And if I press here, it's almost, it starts to, water starts coming out. Now, if you would want to be sure, are you dealing with Russula or a milk cap, all you need to do is, you can do it also with a nail, no, don't have to have a knife with you. If it would start leaking some kind of milky substance, it would be milk cap, some sort of it. If it doesn't, it would be Russula. This one is very damp, so I'm going to let it be. The another one is right here, but I don't think it's any less damp than that one. They are on the same spot already. You can feel they are the same. A lot, well, not a lot, but a few more, of course, details related to identifying Russulas. Always be sure. I just wanted to point out this small milk cap versus Russula stuff, but there are all set of other things you need to worry about and care about. Some of these mushrooms I know quite well, and they are very common, and even beginners are very can easily identify and get to know them. Other ones are a bit more complicated. Russulas are the ones in the first group. They are not that complicated once you learn the specifics of them. Fortunately, every Russula in my life I seem to find is either very damp, very old and rotten, or filled with maggots. So, very, very unlucky with Russulas. It's funny how I was prepared to leave and to go back, and then right at that moment things started appearing around me. It's like universe teasing me. Oh, I see something even from this distance. I'll try to point it out. So this plant, a bit to the right of it, there it is. Well, it's quite big, so no wonder I see it even from there. Another one, same as moment before. Damp as well, a bit less, but still too much. You wouldn't want to fry or try very damp mushrooms. They really take in water like a sponge, and then they are not nice to eat after that. It goes for almost all mushrooms. It's the same. That's why I never wash them. You know, when it comes to mushrooms, at least from my experience so far, it looks to me it's better to stick to the paths or sides of the roads to look for them than venturing deep inside the forests. Now, either I'm in the wrong forests at the wrong time, or people are picking them up before me. But whenever I wander deep in the forest, I didn't really find too many of them. Maybe they were scattered. But near the paths, it seems there is always some nice patch of mushrooms. I had a theory that when people pick them up and carry them in the baskets, the spores falling off and stuff, that is how maybe that is the reason, one of the reasons why you can find them along the paths easily. Oh, look at this one. See? Dried corn. So whatever was here was also at the feeding spot up there and was eating this corn. Apparently not mushrooms. Oh, I see one russula behind, actually below them. Conifers. Come here. That previous one, I'm not even sure about it. It looked... it's... as I'm touching the stalk, I see it's quite hollow. So you know what I'm expecting already. Yes. There are maggots inside. How bad it is. I would say quite bad. Let's try it. Yeah, I can see GoPro won't catch it the best, but very tiny holes inside, and that is also what would happen here in the flesh. See, tiny holes, one there, one here. The longer you keep them like this and look at them, you will see tiny maggots crawling out. So whenever you don't see very clean, nice flesh, it's always suspicious. Fortunately, my appetite is not the best when I see maggots, so I'm going to drop that one. I didn't even expect anything else but maggots when it comes to russulas, so I'm not surprised. It's either my luck or russulas are specifically, statistically more infected with those maggots. Now, I did see something peculiar. I'm not sure if I'm going to manage to find it again. At first I thought they are russulas, and I'm still not sure what they are, which goes to show you that you always need to be careful, even when you are sure. So it's double checking kind of thing. Checks on double checks and triple checks, because you don't want to eat something poisonous and die. Ah, maybe I lost it. I was just going to mention that those brown ones from earlier, never seen russulas quite like them, but I'm still almost certain it's russula. Sorry. Oh, okay. Have water. It's empty. Okay. You know what? I'm going to pick this up. Stupid trash. Anti-trashy people. I'll throw it away somewhere. These marks, orange ones, are used by the hunters. So hunters are not only the people that hunt and drop trash, they also feed the wild animals. So they are the ones who are bringing all this food, those corn, that corn we've seen and everything. Okay, I thought it's a mushroom, but it's a piece of this foil. Oh, wait. Now what do we have here? Gills. Okay, that's interesting. Don't know. I will leave it be. I don't know what it is. I don't want to pick it up. You know, sometimes I do pick it up for identification, but I also have... Oh! Look at you! I also have edible ones in my basket. Well, almost surely edible ones. So I don't want to mix something potentially poisonous with that thing. Okay. Let's see. All good. I have to change my battery either way. And that's not even all. That one, the tiny one, a bit further here, another tiny one, and then an entire family. Very curious to know what they might be. So I did pick one, but I'm going to keep it somewhere not to mix with the others. You would not think so, maybe, but quite some toxic species are among these little brown mushrooms, so need to be very careful. Well, this time I think I am really going back home. I managed to find one more, most likely Suillus or Suillus or whatever it is pronounced. And the thing with those is they go bad quite quickly. That spore part is not that, let's say, stable like in boletes. It goes bad quite quickly, and that's why before drying I need to remove it. I need to remove it as fast as I can, soon after I confirm they are good to go when I get home. So I don't have too much time, really. Maybe I might be even too late, even if it's only half an hour more or so. I'm never really sure how bad. It's actually amazing how bad some kinds of mushrooms can get, how quickly. So these guys again. Oh, okay, everybody has something to be joyful about. Maybe they kept wild boars away for me. The sun is setting, beautiful colors. Golden hour, almost. Did not regret coming here today. And that last part of the mushrooms showing up all over the place was very interesting. Made my day. Something more for me, maybe? That I missed first time? No. That's it. The air is beautiful, the temperature is just right. Going to head slowly back and then identify and prepare the mushrooms if they're good to go. If you wanted some random unrelated finds, here is one. This is a gun shell, bullet shell, not gun shell. A bit dirty. Not my first time to find them. Usually coming from hunters. I'll keep it, clean it up, and see if I can dig out anything about it.